There are a number of important steps to go through before you can buy residential property to live in. Here's my thoughts on the first three. The first thing you need to do is to figure out how much you can afford, and in order to do that you need to ask and answer the following sorts of questions like how much can you spend, what's your borrowing power, and how much do you need to save. Now the saving question is an important one because in this day and age with lenders requiring borrowers contributing their own funds, you could be looking at a 10% deposit requirement of your own funds, which on a $350,000 property is $35,000 of your own money. And on top of that, of course, you've got to pay stamp duty and other fees. And if you're a first home buyer, by all means check your eligibility for the first home owners grant and other state-based grants and concessions. There's lots of online tools and resources to help you work out the answer to most of those questions. Step two, which is sort of aligned with step one, is to choose a loan and apply for it. Now, when we're looking at home loans, generally we look at the interest rate first, and that's understandable because we want to keep the cost down as low as possible. But you also need to look at the features of the loan as well to make sure they meet your needs. So, do you want a fixed rate? Do you want to pay off lump sums? Do you want to be able to make extra repayments? Do you want an offset account? So make sure that you understand what your financial needs are. Once you've got that, then go for the best product and the cheapest rate. So you get a balance of two. Importantly, once you've chosen your product and your lender, then arrange to get a pre-approval, because that way you can confidently go out and bid at auction or put an offer in to buy a property. But always remember, don't commit yourself in any way whatsoever until you're 100% certain that your finance is in place. Step three is all about researching the market. So now you've worked out how much you can afford, that'll give you an indication of what sort of suburbs that you could buy in. And I think it's really important to be realistic, particularly for a first home buyer, about the suburb and the cost and the type of property you need to buy or can afford to buy. With that in mind, put together your wish list, what sort of suburban attributes or property attributes you're looking for, and then get a feel for the prices in the suburb that you're really interested in. So in order to do that, go and talk to the estate agent, have a look at some auction results in the newspaper, go online and see what properties are being sold for, or even go out and buy some property reports that might give you an independent indication of how much houses or units are going for in your chosen suburb. So they're my thoughts on the first three steps. If you can get through those, you're well on your way to owning a home. Hope they help. You can use free online tools to work out your borrowing power and how much you'll need to save. And don't forget, always look at the loan features as well as the interest rate. And finally, be realistic about the type of property you can afford to buy.